Capricorn, welcome to your March 2016 Runescope with me. My name is Amanda. I did want to mention that the career financial Runescopes for 2016 are now up and available for you to purchase over on my on-demand Vimeo page. If you just click the show more or the little arrow beneath the video if you're on a mobile device, just tap that, open the details section. The link is there. That will take you over there. And you can view that. The 2016 love readings are there as well if you haven't had a chance to check those out yet. But let's jump in and see what March holds for Capricorn. Please do keep in mind these are general readings for hundreds of people, which means not all of these messages will apply specifically to you. However, if you check out the video for your rising sign, that will give you additional information regarding what's going on for you. The only way to get a reading all about you and only for you is to schedule an appointment with me. I do readings on Skype. They are $65 for 30 minutes. Feel free to drop me a line at runescopes4u@gmail.com. That's the number 4 and the letter U. And we'll get you scheduled and set up with an appointment. My email address is in the video and below it in the details section as well. But let's see here, Capricorn, what we've got coming up. Well, the tarot card in the challenge position or the focus is the Page of Rods. And Page of Rods can be a new opportunity, a new creative or career opportunity for you that you may be focusing on in March. But this can also be a child or childlike energy or someone younger than you, maybe even an adult you view as a child. But he or she is normally associated with fire sign energy, Aries, Sagittarius, or Leo. And there's a lot of different runes coming up around this. So I want to kind of talk about the positives first, and then we'll talk about the more disruptive elements. This is someone who may be coming into their own in some way, in that maybe they are maturing or growing up. So maybe this is how you still see them, but they are more mature. Maybe they haven't always acted that way. Maybe there was some disappointment, delay, and disruption around this person. But now they are starting to take matters back into their own hands, maybe kind of taking back control a little bit. This is a gradual process, but there may be some hint or word in March or evidence of that to you. So for some of you, this could be your child and they are starting to mature. They're starting to take or want more responsibility. Maybe they are wanting to do better in school, or maybe they are really getting involved in a creative activity or interest. And this could also be someone interested in sports. They're normally very active, the fire signs. So maybe they're really starting to get pretty serious about something. And maybe this was a child you were concerned about before. Maybe you were a little unsure if they were headed in the right direction, or you were a little unsure of how they were going to turn out. And maybe they were going through a tough time and it caused disruption with other family members. Because maybe they were being wrong-minded or stubborn or rebellious in some way. And now they're starting to see that behavior in a new way, all because they have a new opportunity or a new interest. And it's kind of opened their eyes to their past behavior in some way. Or it's opened their eyes to the fact that, oh, I do enjoy this. So maybe it's just, it could be something as small as like a new subject in school that they're taking and they really enjoy it. They're really good at it. And they're like, okay, well, all of school's not bad. Or, if I want to go to college and pursue this, then I've got to, I've got to keep my other grades up as well. Or if I want to play this sport, I have to keep my grades up in order to, there's some sort of motivating factor coming along with this. Now, if this is not your child, if it is just someone you kind of view as a big child or someone who has been viewed as immature, again, there may be a signal in March that gradually this person is maturing or seeing things in a more mature way than before and is moving away from a disruptive pattern of behavior. So the help that's going to be available to you with the Eight of Cups in March is leaving behind frustrations associated with family, associated with the past, associated with situations that are delayed and that, you know, have been delayed for a long time, or kind of stuck in this frustrating pattern. Maybe for many of you, these two situations may relate. For some of you, they'll be completely different. This can also be an inheritance or a will. Somebody, you know, you're waiting on something to settle around property, or maybe some of you, this is real estate. You're waiting, you're trying to find a place to move, or you're waiting to close a real estate deal. You're wanting to move, but you're having to wait. There are delays or something around this. And for many of you, though, I feel like if things are delayed in February and even early March, with the Eight of Cups here, it's like you're going to be able to either accept that and just deal with, okay, well, I'm going to be moving later than I thought, or okay, this probate situation with the family, you know, people fighting over things, this is going to take a while before I get this property or before I get this possession or whatever it is, you know, I'm waiting for it to come to me. Some of you may have to put down a hope and just let it go, move away from something, you know. For some of you, because again, these energies can always work both ways. Maybe it was you that was being wrong-minded or stubborn in some way about an inheritance. Like, I deserve this. Like, this should go to me, even though maybe it was in the will that it went to somebody else. If you were in the wrong, Capricorn, because I feel like this is going to come down fairly, it may just be time to let that go. Maybe it's not worth, whatever it is not worth causing this much disruption or dissension among the family. For some of you, maybe this is just an emotional pattern or an emotional feeling that, you know, like, it's not doing me any good to feel this way, and it's not serving any purpose for anyone else, so I'm just going to move away from this. This can also mean actual travel. It does tend to symbolize, you know, moving away from a situation that is, you can't fix it. You can't do anything about it. You can't speed it up. It's just going to take as long as it takes, or, you know, it's not worth all the arguing and disruption it's causing among other members of the family or in my life. So I'm just moving away from this. I'm letting it go. With the Eight of Cups, there can sometimes be, because the cups are cards of emotion, it can often be coupled with a loss or an emotional feeling of loss in some way. But it's because this is coming up as a help to you, it's going to it's not a loss you're not going to be able to get over or move on from, or at least maybe put to bed for a while. Put it out of your mind for a while. Eight of Cups can also symbolize actual travel. So maybe some of you are just getting away in March. I know some people have spring break, so maybe you're taking a trip or a little vacation, you know, even a staycation, but normally this does indicate travel, especially over water. But yeah, this is indicating that would be a help to you if you can get away in March, take a little break, and not talk about whatever this situation is, or whatever this frustrating, delayed thing that you have no control over, that you can't fix. Just getting some distance from it. Sometimes just leaving the actual physical location of where stuff is happening helps us see things from a new perspective. Or we just feel like sometimes different people in new locations sometimes, especially if we don't have to worry about the things we do on a day-to-day basis, work, the kids, what have you. So those of you traveling or planning a vacation, or even travel for work in March, it does seem like you're going to at least be able to take some time for you to think about things and issues from the past, particularly family relationships, issues with mom or mother figure, or an older female member of the family, a mother-in-law even, if there have been disruptions around that. Some of you maybe this was someone in the family who was really kind of telling you how to raise your kids with this Page of Rods, or how to live your life, or you should do this, or you should do that, and just interfering in things that they had no business or right to be interfering in. Sorry, I had some fuzzies flying around here. And it's like what this rune is saying is like, you ain't never going to change that person. There's nothing you can do to change that person. They have to want to change themselves. All you can change is your response to it. And if your response is to just move on, move forward with your life and leave them to figure out, you know, maybe why you act this way, why you're responding in this way, or why you've kind of moved past or left this relationship behind. Maybe it will force them to look at their behavior. Now you've also got the Fool card here in the reverse. So this indicates someone who takes a risk, but it's not a well-calculated risk. And again, I kind of feel like this may be going back to this child or this childlike energy or this person who, you know, maybe they take silly risks in their life, or they're telling you that something that you're doing is silly or you know, too unreliable. But yeah, the Fool card in reverse can indicate someone either telling you that what you're doing is too risky, or, you know, this is someone that you feel just takes silly risks with their life, with their safety, with the safety of others. They don't think things out. They leap before they look. In fact, they don't even look. They just leap off the, you know, they don't think about, you know, where they're going, what's happening. Those of you thinking about getting a pet, you may want to reconsider that in March. That was coming up, and I know that's going to be specifically for some of you. For some of you, maybe it's your kids. I really want a dog. I'll take care of it. No, they won't. The Fool in reverse can indicate that, you know, maybe you're not ready for something that would bring with it a lot of responsibility. And because there's a dog on the Fool card, I always kind of point that out. You know, if you're thinking about getting a dog, you know, if you are ready to take care of it, because I feel like whoever says that they're going to help out or take care of it, you know, it's going to all fall to you, Capricorn, as is so often the case. You may be finding that, you know, you're not getting a lot of help with that responsibility. And some of you may be okay with that. You may know that that's the way it's going to work out. But yeah, if you could rethink it, you might want to put that off for a little while. Now, what can't be changed? We've got Page of Pentacles. So, and with these runes, we've got Thurisaz and Menes on the table here around the Page of Pentacles. Again, it could be a childlike energy associated with Earth, another Capricorn, a Taurus, or a Virgo. This can also indicate learning, you taking a class, you taking a course, or even teaching a course, teaching a class, you know, researching something, learning about something, because this is the card of the student. But some of you maybe this kid is turning into this kid again, because they have found something they really like. The Page of Pentacles is, you know, the straight A student, the student who has goals. You know, I want to finish high school. I want to graduate. But normally with Page, that's someone who's very young, or it can indicate you starting a new journey when it comes to higher education, taking some courses that you feel like are going to bring you more prospects, you know, bulk up your resume, make you a more viable contender in the workplace. But there's a lot of good luck surrounding this. So I feel like for with Thurisaz here, that indicates that this course of action just feels right for you. Like the whole process from signing up for the course, taking the course, studying for it, it's just something you really jive with. You absorb and take the information in easily. Or if you're presenting the information, you get a lot of great feedback, or you just really feel like whoever you're teaching this course to, they're getting it. But there's a lot of support around this step for you. So yeah, those of you starting courses, or maybe you are just maybe looking into fall schedules if you're thinking of going back to school, I feel like everybody's going to be really supportive. You will be able to get help with that if you need financial support, if you need loans, if you need to be able to, if you're going to try to get grants, something like that. But this is a very bright child. Actually, both of these kids are pretty bright. This one tends to be more active. This one is more scholarly inclined. So for some of you, this could be your two kids. But this one is coming up as Definitely the kid to watch. Definitely the kid going places. Going to do very well in school academically, and otherwise as well. But for those of you that don't have children, this is you, and there may be something that you're just interested in, something that you're researching that's really going to kind of maybe help take your mind off again, because we were talking about moving away from things you can't fix. And so you're trying to kind of get your mind on something that you can work with, that you can control, that you can feel like you are getting something out of. And there seems to be a group dynamic with this. So this seems to be something that a lot of people are interested in. For some of you, maybe you join a writer's group, or you join a networking group within your industry so you can meet like-minded people. For some of you, this could be a spiritual class where you're learning more about spirituality, you're learning how to meditate, you're learning yoga. It could be anything. It's going to be different for all of you, but this is something that's going to lead to a very satisfying either physical place, if this is an exercise class. This is something that you feel you're going to be able to meet your goals. And again, you have people on the same road in a similar boat to you. So if this is a new exercise regime, you're going to find people that are at about the same weight. Maybe they have the same goals as you, and you're going to be able to support and work together until you reach that. But the outcome here with the Hanged Man in reverse, we have liberation from a period of limbo. So if you felt like, things were going along and you were just kind of, every day was the same and there wasn't really any progress, that is ending in March. I think you're going to feel like things are happening or okay. And I feel like for many of you, it hinges on whatever this is that you're learning. Some of you may find that you avoided taking a big risk. Maybe something that was hidden comes out. And again, it's coming up next to the Fool card here. But there's a fortunate new beginning on a career path with Ingwas here. So there's definitely something new starting, a birth or a new idea, new research, or new behavior from someone that we were concerned about. Information comes out though, because this is the Rune of Skeletons in the Closet, and it's coming up next to the Fool card in reverse. So coming up connected to whoever kind of, again, leaps before they look and takes silly risks or took a silly risk. And now they're regretting that decision, and you have to kind of, you'll get some kind of clue in March. That's what's going on. Some of you may find out, oh yes, this is exactly what happened. You may get all the information. But those of you who aren't, because this is the Rune of the Hidden and Secrets. So something someone may have been trying to hide about a silly risk and how it has now backfired. Something they've been trying to hide may come out. I believe that's come up for you in another month, Capricorn. So again, we're moving through these energies. For some of you, maybe it happened in that month, and now for many of you, it may be happening in March. But information's trickling in that this person is regretting making this leap of faith because they didn't have all the information, they didn't have all the facts, they were in the dark about a lot of stuff. But that's going to liberate you. I think that's part of the liberation here from this limbo period, or feeling like, oh my gosh, this will never change. So maybe all it takes is you finally being able to say, okay, I'm done with stuff I can't change, to free up that energy for it to actually start changing. And, I feel like that's going to be how it comes down in March, Capricorn. So if you can do this letting go portion as soon as possible, I feel like it loosens up the energy or frees up the energy to get out of this stagnant period, or to, just you kind of releasing that where it's all been bound up before. It's now able to kind of come crashing down for some, but, it was doing that anyway, but it was crashing slowly with Dag here. So yeah, there is the Hangman in reverse is dancing. He's celebrating. He's taken time out. You know, he's thought about something in as many different ways as he could, as many different perspectives as he could, and now that period of suspension or feeling in between or between a rock and a hard place kind of thing. That period is over because things are starting to break loose. The energy's free. There's a rebirth, a new beginning with a situation that before was stagnant and delayed. So that's what I see for March, Capricorn. I do hope that was helpful. Good luck with that, and I will see you back here in April.